Join us for the very first IFL Live at London's Indigo at the O2, Sunday, August the 13th, with me, Ignatious, and some very special guests. Eddie Hearn, Darren Barker, Johnny Fisher and more. Tickets now on sale. So in the words of Eddie Hearn,
you get up, you dress up, and you fucking show up.
Andrew McCart, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm here with the big man himself, Franklin Ignatious. Franklin, 8 rounds under your belt there against Steve Robinson, who seemed like he didn't want to go anywhere after the big shots you landed.
Yeah, I have to give him full credit for his toughness. I knew after the Campbell fight he was a tough customer, because Campbell even threw the kitchen sink as well and then ended up getting clapped out himself. So with this case, I knew he was always had carried power, and like I said, I knew he was a tough customer going in, but he was tougher than he's been expected, because I know I hit him with clean left hooks, him with clean right hands, and people in the gym I've hit them, they've gone down, but he's took them. Even a couple of them, I caught him with right hands on the counter. When he's charging, I just boom, and I could look at him, and I'm thinking, fucking hell, he's still going. And one time I could see he was wilting as the rounds were going, you know what I mean? And then I think it was maybe round 6 or something. I was trying to unload on him in the rope. I was coming, trying to put left hooks together, up and down, and he's just soaking it up and holding on. And I was impressed, man. Tough man. Do you know what I mean? And I definitely think, he'll present a lot of people with challenges, He may not be the best boxer, but for sure he's tough all the way around and strong.
Did it frustrate you, the fact that obviously there was a right hand in the second round where you stepped back, slipped, I think it came in, you actually wobbled Steve. That was the only time I've seen him wobbled, even though you did land the big left hooks. So in that second round, and then you talked about the left hooks and another right hand that you landed, I think in the 7th round as well. Did it frustrate you to the fact that you were landing these big shots, but he was still there?
Yeah, quite honestly, I was expecting him to go down a couple of times, I'll be straight honest, but like I said, all the fights he's had, in the losses he had with Gale, he's never gone down, And even with Campbell had him down, but he got right back up and kept going. So that shows the toughness and the character. And I always knew, like I said in the interview before, I always knew I was the better boxer. That was never really in doubt. But his toughness was what really impressed me. And full credit to Steve.
In the 8th round, though, he landed probably his best shot on you, which was a left hook. I don't know if you remember it. It was you were in the corner, you threw a left hook, and the crowd went nuts a little bit. How much did that hurt you?
A little bit, to be honest. It's heavyweight boxing. It's not going to be like a fucking feather, you know what I mean? But ultimately, it was never enough to really get rid of me. I had my senses, my legs were solid, and I just thought, okay, get yourself back in there and go right back to what you're doing. So I was never really, in desperate trouble. Oh my God, ref, come save me. It was never that. But definitely, like I said, it made it harder work than it needed to be at times. And that's one thing my coach said to me after. He said, listen, you won, and it was a good win. We could have made it definitely easier at times. There's times especially in the mid-rounds, I got pulled into a slugfest a little bit. Didn't need to be. You know what I mean? Really and truly, had I just kept it long, kept it would have got to him. You know what I mean? A couple of times, why am I staying inside for when I have the better footwork? Just step back, clap him as you did before in the weigh-in, go right back to the jab. Just work your way, But instead, you're trying to get him there, get him, and you get pulled in a bit. And because I know on the inside I could see what he's throwing, because no offense, he ain't the quickest. I could see the shots he was throwing, so I never felt like I was in danger on the inside, you know what I mean? So I'm still looking for the little uppercuts, the little right uppercuts to the body, little things like that, you know what I mean? So I never thought I was in danger on the inside, so because of that, I think I stayed inside a little bit more than I really needed to be. But listen, man, fucking hell, this is boxing for fuck's sake. I won, that's all that matters, bloody hell.
Exactly that, but the referee seemed to be vocal in there. He seemed to be a little bit frustrated with the pair of yous for whatever reason, whether it be holding or whatnot. Can you just elaborate on what the referee was frustrated about? I think he was just frustrated about the engagement, and a couple of times I'd raise my hand up to let the referee know, it's not coming from me, man. He'll just throw a shot and hold on, to try and force it a physical thing, but I'm trying to indicate to the ref, look, I'm trying to keep it clean here. Towards the end, my coach said to me, listen, don't look to the fucking ref, you know what I mean? So next time he did, and especially as the rounds go long, people see, okay, I start stepping back. I just do my shot and just get off, because what's the fucking point waiting for the ref? He's gonna do what he does anyway, do you know what I mean? So I just tried to stick to that instead, as opposed to waiting for the ref, oh yeah, blah, blah. Listen, I spoke to you Thursday after the press conference, and I mentioned the heavyweight scene, and everyone's talking about the world level, but domestic level here in the UK is thriving with the Fabio Wardleys, the David Adelaids, the Johnny Fishers, the Solomon Dakers, and I probably missed somebody in there somewhere, Fraser Clarks. Yes. Do you know what I mean? Are you there yet? Because obviously you've had 3 great wins, Hosea, and then obviously you've got big Steve Robinson there. So the next opponent should be a higher level, a better opponent, and you're ranked probably in that top 15 in the UK now, I believe. So When are we going to mention you amongst them guys?
Like I said, man, I still want to get 2 more this year. I want to get, going to have a bit of time off. It's been a long camp with this one with different cancellations. The Fisher fight fell through, things like that. So it's been a long camp for me. I want to, get some time off. I definitely want to get back in the gym and build on the momentum. I don't want to rest on my laurels, so to speak, and just fall off. I want to fight again, hopefully end of the year, because I definitely believe I still got better performances in me. My team around me knows I got better performances in me, so it's up to me to demonstrate that on the night.
You mentioned the Fisher fight fell through. Now he's got a fight on the 12th of August on the Joshua White card. Now you and Johnny Fisher, I believe he's fighting for the southern area. I believe so. You're from the south. I believe you're in Kent or Essex somewhere. Dagenham. Well, I think that's Essex. I'm not going to. Yeah, I think that. Well, there you go. It's all the same. It's all the same to me. Does that fight interest you in the near future for that title?
Yeah, of course. Like I said, it all depends on opportunities that are out there. The English titles was a good fight. There's many other fights. Eventually, I want to push on to the big one, Commonwealth, and so on and so forth. But ultimately, it's how quickly I can improve and under the lights. So these are all good fights. Do you know what I'm saying? If the opportunity presents itself, I know I'll be, watching with what's going to happen with Harry Armstrong and Fisher, I believe, in August something. I'm going to try to be there, and full credit to both guys, because I think this will be another test. Harry's already had one with Jamie, and this is his next one. And obviously Fisher's now taking his first step up after fighting questionable opponents. So definitely will be a good fight, I think, brewing, and I'll do my best to be there.
He's from Essex as well, is he not? Is he? Yeah, so it's Essex derby.
We know each other, man. Like I said, it's the domestic scene. We've all know each other. We've all been around, so these are all fights that are more than likely, because, like I said, we all know each other. It's not like we're fucking strangers, So definitely these all can happen. But it's up to me. Like I said, I believe right now all us quote unquote prospects are in a race to improve as much as possible. So it's up to me to keep improving.
Right, and I won't keep you much longer. I mean, you're just out the ring. You've done 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 interviews. You've got one more to do with Sir Matt Linehan himself there. So listen, get him out the way and go enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you, brother, man. Appreciate it.
Well, be right, brother. Thank you, big man. Thank you.
Join us for the very first IFL Live at London's Indigo at the O2, Sunday, August the 13th, with me, Kugan Cassius, and some very special guests. Eddie Hearn, Darren Barker, Johnny Fisher, and more. Tickets now on sale. So in the words of Eddie Hearn,
You get up, you dress up, and you fucking show up.